Welcome to the Williston Development Review Board meeting of January 27th, 2026. 27th, sorry. The meeting will now come to order at 6:59 p.m. My name is Nate Andrews. I am the chair of the DRB. Please silence your phones and devices. For Zoom technical questions, contact planning staff through Zoom chat. I'll begin by taking a roll call of DRB members in attendance this evening. Scott Riley is absent. Jim Brizzolera.
Present.
Thank you. Brian Curtis is absent. Matt Fraser is absent. And the chair is present. The following items are on the agenda for tonight's public hearing. We have DP 2408, Jim and Lucy McCullough at 88 Mountain View Road in the RZD. We also have DP 24-01, a final plan filing deadline extension request. I am going to open DP 24-08, 88 Mountain View Road. Is the applicant present either on Zoom or in the room?
Zoom.
And that is what we are expecting. The board does not have a quorum this evening, so what that means is that this hearing will be continued. So we will not be making any decisions tonight, but we are absolutely able to hear public testimony, and that any public testimony that is offered tonight will be entered into the record and also considered at the next hearing. We hope to decide, I'm sure we will, when that continued hearing will be. You will hear that tonight, and you're all welcome to come to that as well. With that said, I would like to open this to public comment. Would anyone from the public like to come forward and speak either in person or in Zoom? Yes, sir. If you could please come forward. Welcome to the meeting. If you could, right there is great in front of that microphone, perfect spot. If you could just please state your name and address for the record, and then please go ahead with any comments.
Thank you. I'm Carl Fowler at 178 Meadow Run Road, and we are adjacent essentially to this development. And I have some questions about it. I am not opposed to it, and I am not here to demand that it be turned down. I'm interested in a couple of issues. One, I'm concerned about the design of the stormwater ponds, which directly abut the Meadow Run property and would be within 150 feet or so of my home. And my concern there is the breeding of mosquitoes. If they're going to have standing water in them over any extended period of time, then in question, it's almost certain they will have mosquito populations. So I'm concerned about that. I would hope they would be designed to drain quickly and not to hold continuous periods of water. I'm also wondering about the multifamily units, which appear to line up again along the property line with Meadow Run. The proposal's commentary indicate that one of the good things about it is that it preserves view sheds, but it certainly would not do that for people in Meadow Run Road if we have three-story buildings in front of us. I'd love to know how many stories are on those multi-unit townhomes, and if so, if provision has been made for them to leave lines of sight towards Mount Mansfield, towards the main range. With those issues laid out, that's my comment for tonight. I'm not again opposed to the project. Mr. McCullough has done many fine things for this community, but I would like to see answers to those questions and possibly consideration of design modifications to accommodate those concerns.
Thank you for your comments. I will turn this over to staff. They may be able to shed some light on some of this, but again, we will, you may get more details at the continued hearing as well. Would anyone like to weigh in on this at all? I know in terms of the stormwater drainage ponds, Williston does have a stormwater coordinator. And would you guys can you comment on that at all, or to what degree are these ponds spec'd out at discretionary permit?
Yeah, so at the discretionary permit phase of review, they will provide a detailed plan set that will show the specifications of how the ponds will be designed, built, depth, how they will drain any overflow systems. Their project engineer would be able to answer more detailed questions at that discretionary permit phase about what their water retention time periods are, depending on, storms and droughts, that type of thing, as to how long water will be held in the system. Ultimately, they're held to the standards for the state of Vermont for managing stormwater, and they're required to show those systems on their plan set that they submit to the town. The second question on building height. So the bylaw does have standards for view shed. It is the view shed from Mountain View Road looking eastward towards Camel's Hump and Mountain View Road. So the view shed from within Meadow Run is not a consideration in how that view shed standard is laid out in our bylaw. The maximum building height allowed in the residential zoning district is 36 feet above average finished grade. So that's the theoretical maximum that those can be. We'll probably know more at the discretionary permit phase what they'll look like. Because they have 3 units in them, I would suspect they would be 2 stories, maybe an attic story. I'm skeptical that they would be a full 3 stories and maxing out that full height. But it remains to be seen, and they are limited to that maximum of 36 feet.
Thank you.
Thank you, Emily.
Well said.
Are there any other comments from the public? Would anyone like to come forward either in person or on Zoom?
We do have 2 people attending on Zoom. If you're interested in speaking, you can use the raise hand button, and I can unmute you, or you can comment in the chat.
If there are no further comments, could we discuss at this point when we might continue this hearing too?
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to comment on that, Emily? I think that we had talked about the 24th potentially.
Yeah, I think the 24th makes sense. We would start the meeting at 6 p.m. with the board training, and then hold this public hearing item at or around 7 p.m.
Okay.
That would be February 24th.
February
February.
24th.
So the public would not need to be here until 7 p.m. if they want to. So
Right.
that meeting on that night, there is some board training. You do not need to be here at 6. Do not worry about coming in and interrupting at 7 if you don't want to watch the training. You're welcome to if you want to, though.
Yep, so the public hearing items will start at 7 p.m. on February 24th.
Okay, thank you. I'll open it up one last time tonight for any public comments on this hearing.
For those on Zoom, please use the raise hand button or comment in the chat.
Okay, hearing no comments, we are going to close and, continue DP 24-08 to February 24th. Thank you, everyone. We will now open, or we will move on to other business?
Yes.
Okay. We will move on to other business, which will include opening DP 24-01, which is an extension request, which will also need to be continued to February 24th.
Correct.
And I would like to just open it up one last time. Are there any comments from either staff or the board, Jim, before we potentially move to adjourn this meeting?
We'll
Do I need
also
to
do the
continue-
December 9th meeting, the December 9th minutes at the next meeting.
Does that technically need to be continued, or is that, I'll continue it, continue the minutes for this till the 24th?
Yeah, that
All right.
works.
Cool. All right, well, if there's nothing else, it's just us here, Jim. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
We have a motion to adjourn.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
There are none opposed. This meeting is closed at 7:09 p.m.
Thank you, Nate.
It was maybe do I get the record then?
This may be the record for the shortest meeting.